I'm sure I am live. I am positive I am live. Hello, hello. See, I knew I was live. I knew I was live, but yeah, you're staring. uh, yeah, I'm live. I hope this is right. You are welcome to Sister Hold My Hand. You're welcome to Sister Hold My Hand. How do I put this? Our very first YouTube session. So I'm just going to go to Zoom and make sure I am not echoing back to myself. So bear with me, bear with me, making sure I am not just to make sure I am not talking over myself. But anyway, let's carry on. So you're very welcome. Join us on YouTube every week. It's on Sundays, where each episode unfolds a tapestry of stories, insights, and inspiration from incredible women who lead, inspire, and break barriers. So grab a cup of positivity, subscribe, and join with us as we weave a narrative of connection, encouragement, and the unbreakable bond of sisterhood. You are welcome. My name is Kemi Oyesola. I'm the founder and CEO of How to Think Global Solutions. You are welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So um, today I am going to speak, and all throughout this week, because you find us on LinkedIn Audio on Thursdays at 1 p.m. GMT. You will find us, we have a podcast on our website, sisterholdmyhand.com. And you will also, where else will you find us? We are everywhere. So we have a blog, we have LinkedIn Audio, we have YouTube, and a podcast. And so today, every single week, you're going to find this going on for you. So overcoming limiting beliefs for positive thoughts. Overcoming limiting beliefs for positive thoughts. Overcoming limiting beliefs for positive thoughts. You know how life happens. I've got to reply to my son. All right. So um, my title is Overcoming Limiting Beliefs for Positive Thoughts. Now, limiting beliefs is not new to anyone. You know what that is. You know what we mean by limiting beliefs. Now, what you need to understand are the meanings of the word limiting and the meaning of the word belief. All right, so I'm a simple soul. I just go into Google and I look up the meaning. So just last night, I looked up the meaning, and it's limit means a point or level beyond which something does not or may not extend or pass. A point or level beyond which something does not or may not extend or pass. So there's this pen, and what we're saying is you can't go beyond this pen. This is the limit. My hand has to be behind the pen. If I want to go, there is a belief I have that says I cannot go beyond this pen. I can't go outside of the pen. I'm always behind the pen because this pen limits me. Now let's look for the meaning of the word belief. And so belief is an acceptance that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. An acceptance that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. So I have a belief that this pen that is here, I believe it's true. I cannot go around it. I believe that I cannot go ahead of it. I cannot go beyond it. This pen is stopping me from going any further. It also means trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something. Belief means trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something. Okay, so this is what needs to happen. You need to know how a belief is formed. A belief is formed through thought. Now, one of the things I find in my work is people find it hard to believe, pun intended, that they create what they have. You are actually not just responsible, but you are powerful. So powerful, you are made that powerful by God that you create what you have. And so for me, when I started this, I found it difficult to believe that I'm the one who's been doing everything that's been like I'm the cause of it. Like, how does that happen? How can I be the cause of what I don't like? Great question. Being the cause of what you don't like. Is that's funky, if you see what I'm saying. But we all do that to each other because we have created beliefs based on what we think. We have created beliefs based on what we think. We have created beliefs based on what we think. Now, what do you think on? You think on information that you have. You think on knowledge that you have. You think on data that you have. You think on history that you can remember. And some of us don't have the right data. We have the wrong history. We have the wrong knowledge. We have the wrong information. But guess what? Just like food, if you eat the wrong food, you will digest it. So if you eat too many sweets, too many carbohydrates, too much protein, too much bananas, your body can only digest what you have put in it. So your mind can only digest the thought process, the digestive process of thought can only happen based on the information you have. So let me give you an example. If you have information that men walk on their hands and women walk on legs, you're going to have to think through that. Like, okay, I know these are my hands. So you will imagine, because thought is imagination. So you see a man walking on his hands. And in your imagination, you see a woman walking on her legs. In your imagination, you see that means the woman is taller than the man. I mean, you get all kinds of pictures. And then you come to a place of belief. Remember, this is wrong information. You come to a place of belief where you come to a place of belief where you say, all right, men walk on their hands and women walk on their legs. Period. That's it. That's it for you. And so you keep going on. And then you meet a man and you actually don't believe it's a man because you've digested that information. It's wrong, but you don't know that. That's all you have. You don't have anymore. You don't have data to prove that. This is the only information you have. You have not read a book to get more knowledge. This is the only information. And you see a man and you say, who is that? Isn't that a woman? He looks a bit different from this woman. Is that not, that must be a woman because it can't be a man because men walk on their hands and this man is walking on his legs. So there's something wrong. And you go, no, there isn't anything wrong. That's a man. No, that's not a man. He should be walking on his hands. He shouldn't be walking on legs. I'm telling you, men walk on their hands. I know. I have been through the whole process. I've thought about it, and I've come to a belief that men walk on their hands. So this cannot be a man until you meet somebody that goes, but that is a man. And they do walk on legs. What do you mean he walks on legs? So he opens books for you, he or she opens books for you. You hear from somebody who is wiser, who has more information, has the right data, and can prove it. to you that that information and the data that they're sharing with you is correct. Then you have to rethink. You've got to go through the digestion of that information, that new information. You're going to compare it to the previous information. You're going to wonder, like, what are we talking about here? What's happening here? And then you realize, after digesting it, that, wait a minute, a man is also a human being. Humans walk on legs, not how they're otherwise able. They walk on their legs. And so sometimes they're taller than the women. So the women are never taller than men. Do you see what I'm saying? You have gone through a process of thought. So you don't play with the process of thought. You don't just, oh, it's my belief. Let's get to the root of how that belief was formed. That's the only way you can change that belief. Once you know the root, you know what builds it, you know what grows it, you know what makes it happen. Now, we've gotten to the roots. Now we understand it's our thoughts that form our beliefs. So now we are here. I believe this, and period. All right. The next thing we need to understand is limiting. When something limits us, it does not help us. When something limits us, it does not help us. Like I showed you, this is the limit. I can't go beyond this pen. This is the level. This is the point. This is how it will be. This is how it will forever be. I will never this. Da, 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 da. And that's a belief. So you have the limiting belief here is men walk on legs. Women are always taller than men, and period. We cannot change that. That's what you have believed. But now you have found out that that's wrong. So you are not limited to bending down to talk to a man from now on. You can actually stand on your two legs, look at them eyeball to eyeball, maybe look up at them, maybe look down, or at the same height, maybe shorter, maybe taller, but you are not limited to just bending down every time you see a man. So you believe that for so long that, to talk to a man, to say hello, I have to bend down. Now you are no longer limited. You can. So all the work you are doing of bending down, of saying, when I get home, I have to drive a particular kind of car. I cannot wear my high shoes because to get to a man, even I can't talk to him really. He's down on the floor. That's really low. If I wear my stilettos, it's just going to be long and all that. I'm thinking. Now I don't have to. Limiting, the first thing you need to know about limiting beliefs is that they deliver you. They release you. They make you okay, all right. They allow you to move when you are free. Because by virtue of saying limit, you put a barrier in your own way. Now, remember we started with you created. I can move it. Now, maybe another problem is you don't believe you can move. You don't believe you can go around. You think it's certain people, again, that's another belief, a limiting belief. Because since you're responsible for what you think, you decide what you think, then you are responsible for what you think. So if you believe, if you have a limiting belief that you can't go beyond this pen, it's a limiting belief, then you need to change that thought so that you can move forward, so you can go around it, so you can overcome this limiting belief for positive thoughts. Now, in my business, I don't use the word positive thinking because it kind of waters things down. But when I found out the meaning, I realized, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, maybe we can do that. So limiting beliefs are things that without fail in your life, after listening to this, you must never encourage a limiting belief, pet a limiting belief, hug a limiting belief, and start giving excuses for your own creation of a limiting belief. Rather, you must insist that you are going to be free, that you're going to live a free life. And that if 98 people are saying they can't get through, you'll be the only one to get through. 99 and then you take the last person, say, let's go. You will overcome that limiting belief. Now, how do you overcome the limiting belief? First thing, accept that you created it. Accept that. You've got to accept that. If you don't accept that, you can't overcome it, because no one is going to overcome your own belief for you. No one can think right for you. Your thoughts affect you, your perspective, your viewpoint. And it puts you in a difficult position if you are an excuse giver. Oh, no, it's because of this. No, it's because of how you think. You created it. And in my line of work, it's sometimes quite, I was going to say irritating, but maybe I should say it's work to help someone accept that you did this to yourself. Nobody else did it to you. You see this way. You are seeing it this way. And sometimes people don't want to be wrong. They want to point the finger back at me and say, no, but you're doing it. And no, it doesn't work like that, but that's okay. Everybody is free to do it. Don't be that person. Do not be that person. This is the person you should be. The person that wants to walk tall and wants to be outstanding. That's who you should be. That's who you should desire to be. And so what you want to do is, number one, accept that I am the creator of my life. God has created me. Hence, every step I take, every tear, every cry, it's me. It's me. It's about me. It's me doing this stuff. That will make you grow and mature so quickly. But you probably mature with tears and crying and say, you mean this is how I've been thinking of my life and it's been wrong? Yes. We all have to do it. And that will just bless your heart. This number two thing you need to do is find out what the right belief is. Go and get the right knowledge, the right data, the right information. Go and get the right stuff. Go and look for it. Ask questions. Don't copy the people around you and everybody's doing it, then I have to do it. But that's what happens to everybody. No. It doesn't work like that. Don't do that to you. Do the thing that you ought to do and do it right. Don't mess yourself up. Don't remain small. Some of us have earned the same amount, live the same way, have the same sofa because of limiting beliefs. Going around in circles year in, year out. But some of us are praying, God, change it. It's not going to change nada. You need to deal with the thoughts that you harbor, the thoughts you entertain, because they are what have given you the belief you have today, the chair you have today, the shoes you have today, the house you have today. And you want to get to positive thoughts. Now, in the dictionary, the meaning of positive is the presence of. The meaning of negative is the absence of. So when you have a limiting belief, you are saying, I have the absence of that which you want. Think about it. You want something, but you are thinking the absence of it. I mean, think about that. Doesn't that make you just go, why? I really want this. Why am I not getting it? I mean, we need to think about what we think about. We need to think about what we think about. You need to ask questions of yourself. And you need to humble yourself, before you go before God and say, you know what? This has been done for the last 50 decades of 5 decades of my life. I've just been behaving funky. I need you to learn to think about what you think about. And it's one of the formulas I use with my clients. And so once you get the right information or about one particular thing that you've been believing for so long, anything that's a limiting belief, anything you believe that I can't go beyond this, I can never get this, it's not for people like me, it will never work for me, those are limiting beliefs. You can be free. So think of people who have overcome this thing. What did they do? For them to have overcome it, they have needed to have a belief that has become their system that they follow to get to where you have not been able to get. They believe this can't stop me. I'm going around it, over it, under it. I'm going to break it, throw it away. But this, I'm going ahead. You are not stopping. But you have the same thing and you're thinking, oh gosh, I can't go ahead. I can't go ahead. I can't go ahead. They are thinking, there is a way around it. There is a way around it. And I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Under, over, through, above, all around. Somehow, I'm going to get this. And then those are what some people will term positive thinking. I call it solution thinking. I call it thinking right. Positive thinking, solution thinking, thinking right, whatever you want to call it. And you don't stop thinking that way. This is how to overcome limiting beliefs. You don't stop thinking solution. You don't stop thinking right. You don't stop thinking positively until you actually are in front of this barrier. You're in front of it. You are moving forward. Until you have got the manifestation of that which you desire, you don't stop. And remember or realize that thoughts are seeds. They are seeds. All seeds grow, but it does not need your help to grow on the ground. You're not going on the ground to, work on it like this seed must grow. We don't know how. We just wet it and we go away. So keep wetting your new thinking to overcome those limiting beliefs by PP2. You probably have a stinking thought. That's your limiting belief. PP2 is, how do I change that? Press play to think the first time, and it's a limiting belief. Then the next time you press play. Now you want to change that limiting belief to right thinking, solution thinking, positive thinking. How will I move this pen out of the way? Well, I can break it. So you're going to keep thinking, I can break it. So you go to PR, I can break it. I can break it. That's what you keep thinking. I can break it and I'll pass. I can break it, I can pass. I wrote it here this morning. PP, press play. Then PP1 is press play 1. PP2 is press play 2. That's when you change that filthy thinking. Then press replay. PR is press replay. Replay is the new thought that you had. The new solution thought, the new right thought, the new positive thought, that I can break the pen so it will leave my way and I can go ahead. I can break the pen. It's no longer an obstacle. I can break the pen. And then you just keep repeating it. PR, you put it on repeat. I can break the pen. I can break the pen. I can break the pen. Because this pen is not going to be in my way. I can break the pen. I can break the pen. I can break the pen. So I can go ahead. I can break the pen. And that's all you do. Do you know when you stop? When it's manifest. When the pen is broken and you're in front of it, the pen no longer exists. You're able to move forward. That's when you press. That's when you stop. You take it off repeat. And that's the only time the limiting belief can be overcome. Overcoming limiting beliefs for positive thoughts. It is critical that you do this and you know how to do this and you practice it every single day of your life. It is critical. Well, I hope this serves you. God bless and keep you. I look forward to having you on our next YouTube session next week. That will be on Sunday at 1 p.m. Not 1 p.m. GMT. We will have uploaded it on Sunday. So you come to us by 7 p.m. GMT. It have been done. We'll be live, so you can join us anytime. Okay, see ya. Bye-bye. I am Kemi Oyesola.